Hello, welcome to Podcast vs. Player, episode 66. I'm Cal, and as always, I'm joined by a man who doesn't understand Super Mario. Bowser kidnaps his girlfriend dozens of times, and yet he still invites him to play tennis and go go-karting. It's only Dan.
Well, maybe it's got to that point where they're kind of just like, it's like the Batman and the Joker. It's just like they're such old enemies. It's just like,
You complete me.
We might as well be friends now after all this. Yeah, I can see that, yeah.
It makes sense. I take it back. Dan does understand Super Mario. Saw them talk to Dan counselling sessions.
Yeah, definitely.
How are you?
Yeah, alright.
Yeah, I'm alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you going to do? I'm super.
Good.
Bad news. We're going to start off on a bum note. Christopher Lee has died this week.
Yes, he did.
At the age of 93, which is pretty impressive.
It's very impressive. He's lived a hell of a life. So, although I don't wish death on anyone, I just think that if it had died... No, actually, I can't even sort of voice what I'm thinking. Like, he's died at such an age where you just don't think, oh, he had so much left to do. It's like, he was in the Second World War. He's a knight, for God's sake, in England, obviously. And he was the lead singer in a heavy metal band.
That I didn't know until you told me the other day.
Which, coupled with the fact that he's played some of the most iconic villains of all time, I'd say he's had a pretty damn good life. So I'm sure he's more than happy with dying at 93.
I would be.
Absolutely.
Christopher Lee, according to the Telegraph, passed away on Sunday morning in hospital, where he's been treated for heart failure and respiratory problems. Lee was best known globally for his roles as Saruman in Lord of the Rings and Count Dooku in Star Wars. However, before those blockbuster roles, he was well known in the UK for roles in films like The Wicker Man, The Man with the Golden Gun, and Dracula Has Risen from the Grave. That last one I haven't actually seen.
He was in a bunch of Dracula films. He was like the Hammer Horror Dracula, yeah.
Oh.
But Scaramanga, Man with the Golden Gun, yeah, he was...
That's where him and Count Dooku is where I know him from most. He also lent his voice talents to a number of video games, including Kingdom Hearts, the Lord of the Rings games, and EverQuest 2.
I didn't know he actually voiced the Lord of the Rings games, but...
Apparently so, yeah.
See, they weren't actually bad as movie tie-in games. They actually weren't that bad.
It was alright until Mordor came out, and then it shows that they were quite bad.
True, but these were also out in about 2003.
Yeah,
so yeah, I don't think you can forgive them for too much.
No, but as always, our condolences go out to Christopher Lee's friends and family.
And to the world, really.
And to the world.
There
was missing a great gem.
Definitely, there's a lot more left in him, I think. But I don't think it's... he couldn't have done any better. Well done to him.
No. We'll miss you, man. Moving on. Some big games will be missing from Microsoft's E3 conference. What a shocker.
Are these all the ones that were promised last year, maybe?
Let's have a look. There'll be nothing new on Scalebound, Crackdown, or Quantum Break at Microsoft's E3
really?
conference.
Xbox. The last bastions of Xbox exclusivity. Still nothing.
Xbox exec Phil Spencer has warned in a blog post all three are big Xbox exclusives that a lot of people will have been hoping to see more of, but there just wasn't time to fit them in at E3, says Phil. He promises, however, they will feature at Gamescom in August. Now, I'm going to read you the quote and then I'm going to decipher what it actually says.
Okay.
This is a quote from Phil's blog post. Having a jam-packed lineup of games to show at E3 means that there simply isn't enough time to give each of our upcoming titles its well-deserved time in the spotlight. We've decided to save some of our most eagerly awaited future titles for Gamescom in August. Rest assured the titles like Crackdown, Quantum Break and Scalebound will be front and centre at Gamescom, along with new game reveals for both Xbox One and Windows 10. So, what that basically means is we haven't got enough games to fill the void of both E3 and Gamescom. So we're going to save the best ones for Gamescom because it's later on in the year.
What the hell are they going to show at E3 then?
We'll probably see, these are my predictions for definites.
Kinect.
Forza 6.
Kinect games.
There'll be some form of Kinect.
Yeah.
Rise of the Tomb Raider, because that's out in Christmas. And we'll see that in Gamescom as well. Halo 5, and 98% sure we're going to see the Gears of War remastered.
Okay, so Rise of the Tomb Raider, not a full exclusive.
But it is for the time being.
For the time being, but...
So they're going to capitalise on that.
I guess, but I'm more than happy to wait 6 months for the price to go down and get it for the PC, which it will look better on anyway. So, although I was a bit gutted, and I was more annoyed at the fact that I thought it was a permanent exclusive, but as soon as we figured out that that probably wasn't going to be the case, I was just like, well, I can wait 6 months, what's that? You know, I can wait a year or so to pick up a game, you know, get it for like 20 quid if I'm not too sure on it. But I loved the first Tomb Raider. Oh, not the first one. Well, yes, the first one, but I mean...
The first reason.
Yeah, Tomb Raider, yeah. I love that one, so I was a bit gutted that I thought I wouldn't be able to play it. But yeah, by the time it comes out, I'm hoping that they'll certainly drop the RRP on it, so it won't be £50 or £60.
Well, they very rarely are on Steam anyway.
I don't know, I mean, Witcher's still $49, I think.
What do you get with it, though?
Nothing. That's just the...
Really?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
That's quite expensive.
It is. Same with Far Cry, though. That was also super expensive. But like, if you went to Origin, say, to go and have a look at Far Cry, I'm pretty sure it'd be the exact same price anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't think they've got too much control over that. But, you know, in 6 months, 8 months' time, I think, you know, they've got a lot more leniency with the price. And, you know, you'll be able to pick it up for sort of 25, 30 quid. Well, Far Cry at the moment is like 22. So that has been out for a huge amount of time.
It's out, I'm guessing December. Tomb Raider's out because it says it's a holiday exclusive.
Yeah, so October,
November,
it's out. Maybe, yeah.
But from October to December.
Yeah.
Battlefront's out in November.
Yeah. So how many people are really going to be going, nope, I need to go and buy that Xbox One, need to get that Tomb Raider, when they go, wait a minute, no, Battlefront that I can get on anything I've got, except for the Wii.
I will get it. If it is a 6 months to a year exclusive, I will get it on Xbox One.
Yeah.
Providing it's not a choice between that or something like Battlefront.
Well, no, because it won't win.
No, and then by the time, if I have to choose, and then by the time I get it, it's probably going to be out on PS4, so I'll get it on PS4.
Well, I'd like to think that with, you know, a bit of finesse and a bit of clever thinking, because a lot of people are obviously incredibly excited for Battlefront to come out, that most people will have released their games in Q1 of 2015, because that way, the way that I hope that they're thinking that people's minds will work is, I can't really afford to go and buy AAA games constantly, you know, whenever they come out. So I'll get like Witcher 3, maybe a few other sort of AAA games at the start of the year, and then you'll play the shit out of them until the end of the year, in which case Battlefront will pretty much consume everything for the next 6 to 8 months while people go mad for it.
You've got not just the Star Wars fans, but the Battlefront fans.
Battlefield
fans, sorry.
Yeah, because of course DICE, Frostbite 3, the possibilities are just... Oh, I don't even want to think about it.
This is probably a good indication of what the next Battlefield's going to be like.
I agree, yeah.
So, there's a lot of Battlefield fans, but there's a lot more Star Wars fans.
Yeah.
So if you combine them, that's like 2 years worth of gameplay.
Yeah, and then it's not as if they've got, you know, all the fans of the Tomb Raider films with all the people who have...
who grew up with it.
Who actually, you know, played all of the original Tomb Raiders, which I'm sure that you did as well as me.
Yeah.
You know, Tomb Raider's great, and it's always great, but the fact is that I know that I could pick up... If I'd never bought Tomb Raider when I did, which I think was like... I don't know if it was launch day, but certainly launch week, and I played the shit out of it, and I absolutely loved it.
I loved it.
I could have picked it up today for like... I'm pretty sure it's on sale at the moment on Steam for about £4. I could pick that up for £4 now and play it and go, oh my god, this is amazing. Yeah. And I could I know for a fact I'd be able to do the exact same thing with Rise of the Tomb Raider. With Battlefront, however, because its online play is going to be one of its key features, you know, it's DICE at the end of the day. Well, DICE EA, is it?
Oh yeah, but DICE have made it. EA, the publisher.
Yeah. But I mean, you know, they're the ones who plug it. The sort of the online, as does any online game, it will die out after a year or so.
Yeah.
So
it'll still be fun as fuck.
Yeah, it depends on how well the story will be able to carry it. And, you know, typically speaking, Battlefield doesn't have the greatest of single-player story modes. They're fine. They're certainly better than Call of Duty's, in my opinion. But I can play Battlefield 4 campaign, and I'm just sort of like, Yeah, I'll just go online and just shoot some people. It's fine. And that's the kind of market it's made for. And although there's still a lot of people that still play Battlefield 3 online, on the 360 and the PS3.
A lot of people still prefer Battlefield 3.
Well, yeah, you'll always get the people who just go, no, the new one's shit. But the fact is that there still won't be as...
They haven't got next-gen consoles or PC.
Well, yeah. But they haven't got just the numbers there to support the servers to justify them, sort of being kept open and stuff. So usually I'd say it's got a couple of years. But, the second Battlefront, that was supported... I think it's like 7 years or something. The online was. It was only in
something like that. It wasn't long ago. Battlefront.
Yeah,
so
they actually
was closed down.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it's after the announcement of Battlefront, because I then immediately, when it got Battlefront 2 and it said about a month ago we closed down the online, I was like, no, because I'm pretty sure that everyone would have done the same thing.
There's got to be some mod servers.
I'm pretty sure there will be independently hosted ones, but as whether you've got to pay for your own or you've got to just troll through the internet and find some.
No, I don't know.
Maybe, but I'm more than happy to sort of play with the bots, just set them on the highest difficulty and just turn it into an absolute fucking clusterfuck. Oh man.
Back to the topic at hand.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I do have faith. Phil Spencer, since he's taken over, he's turned quite a lot of things around for the Xbox division. I think if Phil Spencer had been in charge from the launch, things would have been a lot different.
Yeah.
It'd still be the same console, it'd still be underpowered compared to the PS4, but I think it'd be marketed a lot better, and thus people wouldn't be kicking off as much about some of the choices they've made. I don't think, however, they've got the games to back up what they're saying.
Well,
because personally, don't leave all your biggest games out of the loop. Keep a couple back for Gamescom. Or don't release them all last year.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Forza racing games. If you're into racing games, I'm sure that's of interest, but it's not to me, unfortunately. Halo can take it or leave it. It's.
I'm actually quite excited for Halo 5.
It's Halo.
It's got to be said. I've been playing Master Chief Collection a lot recently.
Yeah, but
I'm quite excited for it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just Halo at the end of the day.
Could be turd though.
See, I think that's the thing. Like that's what's weird for me. Like Halo 2 was what really got me into online sort of competitive play in the first place. Back on the original Xbox. And now Halo Online is just, in ways for me, it's worse than Call of Duty Online, because
it's not as polished.
It's just not fun for me. I don't know if it's just because I'm bad at it, which is probably the case, but. It's just, I don't know, like there's just so many. You can't just walk into it and just have a fun game. It's like Call of Duty. You'll walk onto it and you will get the shit kicked out of you immediately, constantly. Yeah. And I guess you could say that for pretty much any first-person shoot when you're kind of getting into it. But I mean, the Halo fans are obviously, it's a big community and they're a very loyal community, and I'm sure that everything that they want will be catered for. But that kind of, I don't know, it almost alienates me, because I'm just like, well, there's nothing in it for me. I'm not going to go and buy an Xbox One for it, shall we say? And that's kind of the big thing they need to go for. Gears of War's fine, it's a really good game. Do we need a remastered one?
Another remaster.
I mean, debatable. Certainly not a headline. I wouldn't go to.
I can't remember the last podcast we had that didn't have a remaster.
Yeah, it's been a while, or at least an announcement of one. Yeah.
Yeah.
What were the other ones? Oh, Quantum Break and all that. Yeah, but I mean, Quantum Break has been sort of.
That's all Gamescom, though.
Yeah, but that's been dangled in front of people for bloody years.
That's why I wanted an Xbox.
But it was like Project Milo all over again. I loved the idea of that. I thought it was brilliant. And then it's just like, don't talk about that one anymore.
It's not gonna. Well, to be fair, that Quantum Break's actually a thing. Quantum Milo was a possibility.
Yeah, but it was a more exciting possibility.
Yeah, it was something that could have been amazing. Whereas this is actually made. Like there are gameplay videos of this, so it's not like
Star Wars 13.
This is an idea we've got. Yeah, it's actually happening at least. I think they're just basically broken up and gone, right, Halo 5 is going to be our biggest game of the year. We've got the Tomb Raider exclusive, limited exclusive. and then we've got Forza for the racing fans. That'll do us and tie us over until Gamescom, then we can release details on our other big games. But this is all stuff that doesn't include games we don't know about. So they could pull it out still. I mean, Sony have already come forward and said, we haven't got a lot of first party games to show at E3. But we've got a shitload of fucking third party games and exclusive content and blah blah blah. So they'll probably have like a handful of first party games and then the rest will be indie and whatnot.
Phantom Pain.
But at least they've come out and said it.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's just saying, we're concentrating on supporting indie artists, indie developers. We've obviously we've worked closely with third-party developers to make exclusive games, but not ones that Sony are making. So, I'd certainly appreciate the fact of them saying, well, no, we haven't really made any of our own stuff, but it's because of blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But I want to see what both of them have got to offer from third parties, because I mean third parties are kind of where it's at the moment.
Well, I got 3 words down for Sony's show. No Man's Sky.
Oh God, don't. That's why I went and bought Elite Dangerous. Because No Man's Well, no, I think Elite, they're obviously very different, but it's that kind of thematic, progressively generated, huge universe to explore kind of deal. I love that. I love it, and I never will stop loving it. And No Man's Sky looks brilliant with a whole, but it's inside planets and stuff as well, and that's an element that Elite Dangerous doesn't have. But I've learnt that they are going to be doing, they've already added a new power play feature, which is like, I'm not going to go into it, but it's like sort of like galactic leaders, really. And you can basically side with them and just say, well, no, I think your policies are right, and that gives you certain bonuses and perks and stuff, like in certain systems, like in their control and stuff. And they also are going to be added, this is what I've heard, so don't quote me on this, but they are also going to be adding a first person sort of element of it, so you can actually get out of your ship, because at the moment you are just kind of confined to your cockpit.
That seems quite an extravagant addition to add,
does, doesn't it,
to an already finished game.
Well, that's the thing, it's already finished, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they haven't already been working on this and just said, well, it's not going to be ready for launch, but we can certainly get it ready 6 months after. But so you can get out and you can explore spaceships, and there's going to be like first person shooting combat, which is just a whole other dynamic to it. So if that is the case, that could be better than No Man's Sky, because
I don't know.
No Man's Sky
is one of my most anticipated games.
True, but I think it's maybe just because it's for a console, and on the PC I think it's just kind of expected that it's huge and big and there's thousands and thousands of people playing together, whereas for a console it's not really something that's been done very often, and certainly not very well,
especially not an indie game.
No, but I absolutely love the look of that. So I want to see Microsoft sort of rebut to that and say
they've made a space game on Project Spark.
No, I want them to say, we've hired a third party and we want them to make, basically, even if they just say, we love the idea of No Man's Sky, this kind of, the whole community coming together and helping out and blah, 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 and do, maybe not something similar, but in a similar kind of vein, and say, we also want to make a huge sort of MMO kind of, space shooter, whatever. Mainly for the fact that we like the idea of No Man's Sky, so we just copied it and made our own. But I don't know, because I mean, the PC gaming, I've got a bunch of MMOs, and I'm sure that there's dozens more out there. And I think each of as long as you can make it unique, that's the main thing. Like Star Wars Online, if you like the films, if you like all the other culture that goes with it, if you're swinging lightsabers around, using force powers and stuff, great, there's one for you. If you like,
it is essentially just every MMO though.
What?
Knights of the Republic. It's just every MMO.
Well, that's it.
The Star Wars skin.
Yeah, that is basically it. Well, that's the thing. There's things like Marvel Heroes is the same thing as Infinity Crisis, which is the same thing as Diablo, which is the same thing as anything else. And then there's World of Warcraft, and then every other MMO is just kind of based around that. Actually, one that they should bring back that I loved at the time, but my PC was, I'm pretty sure my phone is more powerful than it now, was The Matrix Online. That was amazing.
No.
I loved that. That was, you could leap off buildings.
You just love the Matrix.
That's true, but
You enjoyed Enter Neo.
it was Enter the Matrix or the Path of Neo. You fucking
The
mole.
Path of Neo.
Path of Neo was pretty cool.
No. it wasn't.
Yeah, it was. You could do like backflips and you could pick up signs and just do like all the moves in the show. It was awesome.
In the show.
TV, movie, show.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
This was going to be the main story, but it's not good enough to be the main story. It's just interesting. So it's just going to be the news, and then we're just going to ramble.
Okay, hit me.
Because fuck it. Bethesda accidentally announced Dishonored 2.
Oh yeah, I saw this. Yeah.
Yeah. During an open mic, an accidental open mic broadcasting, was sent to Bethesda's live Twitch stream yesterday, and they was talking about Dishonored 2 being presented during the company's E3 press conference. The discussion, captured in part in the YouTube video, discusses a presentation by Harvey Smith, co-director of the first Dishonored, and they're basically just talking about Dishonored 2, and then towards the end of the recording, you can hear someone informing the speakers that the live mic's broadcasting to Twitch, and then like not long after, Bethesda took to Twitter and tweeted the following: Twitch test a success. Tune in tomorrow night at 6:45 for more surprises. Hashtag B3. So they took it in good stride.
Well, that's good. They know that they fucked up, or at least that's the message they're giving across. Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, we've accidentally. Oh god! What?
Well, if you listen to it, it's not coherent enough to be a.
That was it's sort of like garbled. Like basically, whenever like someone overhears something like a politician saying, like when they're still mic'd up and they go, "Yeah, well, the fact is, he's an absolute cunt and I hate him anyway, so we're going to blow him up," and then that just gets sort of put on the news and everything, and they're just like, "We're really sorry, we didn't mean to say that. You're wearing a microphone, for God's sake." But yeah, no,
I'm very excited.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that on the E3 podcast that we did, whichever one that was, I don't care. I'm pretty sure you did actually say that Dishonored would be a good one to bring up.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I've been waiting for this since the first Dishonored.
Still haven't finished it.
I really enjoyed it.
So
I loved it.
It is good. I do like it. It is good.
So good. I would be happy. To be fair, I know I've literally like 10 minutes ago just fucking bashed about remakes being on every fucking podcast, but I would be happy with a Dishonored remake.
No,
purely because
that doesn't make any sense.
No, purely because
you hypocrite.
Purely because I had it on Xbox 360 and I haven't got my Xbox 360 anymore.
Well, get it for the PC, you dick. You'd be able to get it for like £2.
Actually, yeah, fuck it, I take it back. I don't want a remake.
Damn right.
I want Dishonored 2. Well, I want Dishonored 2 more than a remake.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Do you want the Master Chief remake or something? Is that what you want? The Master Chief Collection remade?
Yeah. Actually, I'll tell you what I do want. Assassin's Creed Revelations came with like an upscaled version of the first Assassin's Creed.
Oh yeah.
So I'd quite like if Dishonored did that. It was the same price.
Yeah, there's no. It still looks fine. There's no need to. Just go and buy it again for the PC, you dick.
Yeah, I'll just get it on PC. Well, so I could get it on PS3 anyway.
Well, yeah.
I've still got my PS3.
Oh
no, I don't. I've got it. It was on PS Plus the other month. I can play it.
You are the biggest fucking spanner I've ever met.
I got it for free.
Jesus.
I'm pretty sure I mentioned it on the podcast as well. Anyway, do you want to hear a funny story, Dan?
As long as it's better than that one.
It's probably.
Alright.
Are you aware of the new Wii U exclusive Splatoon?
I've heard of it, yes.
It's looked quite. I have not played it, but it looks really interesting.
Yeah, I saw someone sort of riding about on a paintbrush or something.
Yeah, you basically the idea of it is players shoot ink. The ink's used to cover ground, which scores point. The more ground you cover, the more points you score. It looks really, really fun. I might have to pick it up. But last week, Splatoon got a new ink brush weapon, which gives players the ability to draw smaller, more precise lines on the ground. A YouTuber called Alpharad TV decided to use the power to do what all of humanity has done since the dawn of time.
Draw a penis?
Yep. Give someone the ability to create anything they want.
Obviously.
There's a 99% chance they will make a dick.
Of course they did. I was on, what was I playing? We were playing GoldenEye the other day, and I shot a penis into the wall because you were fanning about with something. And I don't know why, it's something you've got to do.
Yeah. He draws cocks in ranked matches, and from what I believe, it's quite hard to win time ranked matches anyway.
Yeah.
But here, he actually won.
Wow.
And he wasn't even playing, he was just running around drawing dicks.
Well, maybe everyone else was as well, but theirs just weren't quite as big.
No, like the enemy team does its best to cover the dicks back up.
Oh.
You don't really know whether it's because the dicks or obviously they're trying to cover.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think that if you saw a penis on the floor, you'd just be like, I'll leave that bit, that's fine. Yeah.
He also, Alpharad TV also analyses maps for their dick drawing potential. There's a level called Port Mackerel, which he deems not very good thanks to its long, narrow corridors. And at one point in the video, he even destroys one of his own creations, deeming it not good enough to continue to exist. It's quite funny.
I salute you, sir.
He sings a song about penis. I think he's quite penis mad because he tells us like a sex story, and then at one point he sings a song about drawing dicks, but he does go on to actually win the match.
Yeah,
so
if you're not taking it seriously, you're singing a song and all you're doing is drawing penises, and you still win. You're a genius.
Yeah, I can't win any games, regardless whether I'm singing or not.
or drawing penises, yeah.
Or penis. So what? Have a look at this, Dan. That's not a drawing.
Yeah.
Anyway, we actually haven't got a main topic this week.
Okay.
What we have got, we've each got a new game.
Yeah, well, new is a relative term.
Well, mine's new.
Yours is fairly new.
Yours is new to you.
Definitely.
They're both threes as well. I'll let you go first.
Well, thanks very much.
Alright.
Mainly for the fact that Steam is my lord and master. And they've had a brilliant Monster Summer sale on this weekend, I think it is, since Friday. They've also added like a new sort of game to Steam, and you sort of like fight against things. And I think it's basically the point of it is that you choose which games go on sale next. Like, so, you know, it sort of varies every like 10 or 20 hours or whatever it is. And then like you go on and then you fight monsters and collect coins and blah 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 blah, and then you sort of put your vote in for what should be, you know. So if there's a game you really like or one that you've been meaning to get for a while but can't afford it, you can play this game for however long and nominate this game, and then, you know, with the highest number of votes, I assume those ones get allocated to the sale next.
Do you think this is to stop people from like spam clicking? So like if somebody wanted a game and they just kept voting for that and then opening another browser or whatever and getting their friends to vote for it.
Maybe, yeah.
Instead they actually have to participate in something in order to vote.
That'd be a very good idea, because I mean, if you know, sort of have a big following on Twitter or something, and you say, it's like if you've got like 2,500 Facebook friends, obviously no one's got the time for that many people. But you know, you say, oh, I'm putting my baby into a beauty pageant, can everyone just vote for him please?
Yeah.
And like it's your baby could look like a fucking potato, but as long as you get more votes than everyone else, then obviously you win. And it's obviously, you know, it's not really fair. Whereas, you know, actually being able to, you know, you've got to put time and effort in. If you say, well, no, I definitely want that game and I want it for 30% off, and I'm going to click this fucking thing for 2.5 hours just to make sure it does, or whatever the situation is. I think that is, I'd agree completely. That is a brilliant idea, rather than just people, you know, sort of spamming whichever one they want. Or, you know, I'd assume that it would sort of register your IP address, then you wouldn't be able to vote again. But
you could just open a new browser,
I guess. But yeah, so one of the deals that were on was the Sniper Elite franchise. Now, obviously, me and Cal have got Sniper Elite V2, as well as the first and second zombie Sniper Elites as well. Sniper Elite 3 popped up it was like $11.99, and I thought, you know, I saw some good videos of it. You know, I do like Sniper Elite. It's a bit sort of, it's got a good few elements, but it's a bit kind of bland. But, you know, they're supposed to have worked quite hard on this one, so I thought I'd give it a go. Bought it, played about 4 hours of it so far, about 2.5 on single player, the rest on multiplayer. The single player is a much... it's definitely an improvement on V2 for sure. The new scenario, the setting, should I say, of being in Africa, you're still the same guy, you've still obviously got the same sort of rifles and bits and pieces. There are new weapons to choose from, as well as camouflage versions of those weapons as well, which does help with multiplayer stuff. But the story's basically the same. Kill Germans, that's pretty much it. Help win the war. That's basically it. But I haven't got that far into it, but so far I am still pretty impressed. There's still sort of setting up traps, and there's a relocation mechanic now. So because there's not as much to cover your sniper shots, basically the first shot you fire, everyone in the immediate area will hear. So once you fire that first shot, you then relocate. They all shit themselves and they all run and hide behind cover because they don't know where it comes from. However, if you stay where you are and take another shot, they'll be able to zero in on where you are, and they will start pounding the shit out of you. So you've got
That's
to
actually quite good.
Yeah, it is really clever, because they all, as I'd imagine it would happen in real life, all of a sudden someone gets their head shot through and there's a sniper shot. No one knows where the hell it came from. They just know that someone's been hit, and they all have to go and run and hide. If they hear another shot straight away, they'll be looking for it, and they go, shit, he's over there. And they will just start firing, and they will throw grenades at you, and all sorts of craziness. So you've got to relocate, and then try and pick off the rest of them where you can. That's really cool. Most interestingly, though, is the multiplayer, which I wouldn't have thought for something like a sniper game. I thought the co-op mode that was on V2 was pretty good. We played it a couple of times.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, it is fun. But a competitive multiplayer, I don't know if that was even an option. I don't think it was.
Don't believe so.
But that's just from poor memory. So I'm not entirely sure. But I don't think it's certainly to the scale that this one is. So there's a deathmatch, team deathmatch, something called No Cross, which I played briefly, but I don't think I actually got that far with it. So I don't really know what that one's about. Deathmatch and team deathmatch, though, are incredibly cool. It's just so tense, just trying to, because there's obviously a very minimal map. It only sort of shows you where your people are. Everyone on your team is sort of highlighted by a little dot on the screen at all times, so you know where everybody is. But the enemy obviously isn't. And there is a tagging system, but I don't think it goes to everyone on the team, so it'd just be so you can keep a track of them.
Just so you can.
Yeah. But the fact is that when you're playing something like Team Deathmatch, the only reason you'd really tag someone is because, like on Battlefield, say, you tag them because then everyone else can see them. So if you maybe can't get that final shot in, maybe someone who's at a better angle, they can. So I certainly haven't had people, popped up on my screen saying, "Oh, this guy's over here," because that would be super useful. But you're sniping at the end of the day, so it makes it a lot easier. But sort of like crawling through African sort of undergrowth, and just trying desperately to outmaneuver someone is so tense. Like, because without any warning at all, you'll just die before you even hear the shot. You're just on the floor and you're dead. And the only sort of heads up your team get is so they just get a skull on the screen where you died. So all they can do from that is they say, right, someone died over there. Who shot him and where? Don't know. It could be someone on the other side of the map who managed to pull off a beautiful shot, taking gravity and the wind and everything into account, and just nailed you through the head. Or it could be someone who was stood next to him, who just managed to sneak up and just put a bullet through his head. So there's just so much going on there. There's all the sort of landmines and trip mines and everything else. So yeah, I want you to get it, to be honest, because I really think we could have some good playthroughs on that.
I think I will. I think I do. I did like V2 in Zombies. So
yeah. But
it's on the cheap.
Yeah, there's like a survival mode as well, which I've only got through to about wave 2 because they're pretty like, 'cause that was the thing. Like, I took out there's like 2 waves of enemy that come, and it indicates where they're going to come from. So you get sort of 30 seconds to set up, so you can put mines from that sort of direction or whatever, and then they all come through. And as soon as you shoot one, obviously they all know where you are, and then it's just a case of just sort of popping out and shooting them as quick as you can. By the time of wave 2 or 3, they're coming from multiple locations, and I it must have been wave 3 actually, because I shot a load of guys, and then a bunch of, and the AI on this is actually pretty good as well. Like, the amount of times they've just been outflanked, and like just someone's come up the stairs behind me and just blown me away. It's ridiculous. But some guy fucking got on a building opposite, and then shot a rocket at me and blew me up. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, what am I meant to do with that? So
shoot the rocket.
Well, it's not Max Payne, you can't do that. But a few people doing this kind of survival mode thing, I think would be so much fun. So there's that, as well as sort of the normal team deathmatch, and like I say, there's a kind of like an Overwatch match as well. So someone's got to spot all the people, and the sniper takes them out. They get a gun and all that sort of stuff. So I think there's some pretty good video potential there. But yeah, I'm quite getting into it actually. So I'm looking forward to playing some more.
I got The Witcher 3 for PS4, and I just thought, I didn't actually say, I forgot. When I went to get it, I was at the counter, and the guy asked me if there was anything I wanted to pre-order. He's like, before I said anything, he was like, you can pre-order Battlefront, Fallout, and there's a new Fallout coming out. I don't know if you know.
Really?
Like,
really? Is there a new Fallout coming out?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, no way. No way.
And then, fair enough, but there's not a release date for Fallout, and Battlefront's not out till the end of the year.
Did he?
Didn't mention Batman.
Really?
Halo 5 and everything, like a pre-order and stuff. He didn't even say Batman, and I was just like, Batman? And he's like, oh yeah, that's out this month. Like,
yeah,
big poster behind you.
Yeah, it is.
You've got exclusive DLC.
Probably like the best Batman game that's been made to date, and slipped your mind. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. So I pre-ordered that as well.
Well done.
But no, I got The Witcher 3, and I'm not that far into it, but I fucking love it.
Yeah.
It's there's not a lot I can really say because I'm not that far in, but graphics, granted it's going to look even better on PC, but on PS4 it looks amazing. Really, really does. Lighting's really good.
Yeah.
The draw distance is very impressive considering how detailed the game is and how big the world is, because it's fucking huge.
Well, that's one of the things I'm actually concerned about with the card that I've got at the moment. I think that things are going to, like the draw distance for things like that, Batman, Battlefront, I think they are going to suffer because the graphics card isn't as good as the... I don't know actually, because I don't know. A lot of the times, it says recommended like a 680 or whatever, but mine handles it absolutely fine. Like Elite Dangerous, the 580 is mentioned nowhere on there at all, but it runs it in Ultra. It just set itself to Ultra, and it was away.
I'd still say your card's still better spec than PS4.
Probably, but I think it would still struggle.
There's not a lot. The only issues there is, I actually noticed one render issue. There's a scene where you've got to meet this. I won't say it would ruin the game, but you have to meet this guy, but he won't see you unless you dress properly. So like this guy shaves you and gives you like his frilly fucking outfit and shit.
Right.
And while he's being shaved, I didn't notice it until it popped back on, but his scar's not on his face. And then he's talking and then it just like, come back on. It's like, oh shit. But that's like that only graphical issue I've noticed. But like lighting and stuff's just gorgeous. It looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Combat's good. The signs, which is like the magic powers, that they're all quite fun to use. Enemies are dead cool. Voice acting's dead good. It's just really getting into it. Really getting into it, which I'm happy with because I was really excited for it, and I've been a bit disappointed with a lot of games recently. So I'm really happy with that. Kind of wish I hadn't waited until a couple of days before Batman, but
well, yeah, I think once you've actually completed Batman, there's not going to be too much to do other than sort of roam back around and get all the Riddler trophies and beat the bad guys.
Yeah.
Where obviously you're going to have, sort of 60, 70 hours of Witcher content.
It's like 100 hours, isn't it?
Well, that's the thing, and that's obviously where these kind of huge open world RPGs kind of fall down. It's the amount of content that you can actually get into it.
See, I prefer that. I notice with games like Fallout and The Witcher and Fable and stuff, games that offer me more to do, even as mundane as they are, like something in Fable. Because outside of the story, the side stuff on Fable is pretty cack.
Well, really. It's just sort of go meet this guy, you meet this guy, and then he goes and tells you to go meet this guy, and then you collect this plant, and then you go back to that guy, and then you go back to that guy, and it's just like, well, there's not...
But I still did it.
Yeah, but it's only because that's all there is left to do.
I suppose. I mean, to be fair, from what I've read, the side stuff on The Witcher is actually more interesting than the story.
Well, if that is the case, then that's obviously brilliant.
So that's probably going to help. But Fallout, I think if I was actually going for like trophies or achievements when I was playing Fallout 3, I think I'd have probably platinumed it because I did near enough everything that I possibly could.
Yeah, but I mean, everything was pretty unique on Fallout. You know, it wasn't just like, oh, I need you to go and drop this off at such and such a place. It was like, oh, I need you to go and kill these guys, or, you know, you just end up following someone for ages and they just take you somewhere.
Yeah.
So, you know, you explore and you find a museum and another vault, and there's, you know, interesting stuff that's going on, and it's not all...
how attached, though. You get very attached in Fallout. At least I did.
I don't know.
I cared about them, like people who was travelling with me, and
I
was actually
couldn't
interested.
give two flying fucks. I shot everyone that didn't give me whatever I wanted. Like, if there was a guy and I'd go up and pickpocket him and see what good stuff he had, and if it was more than what he was offering to sell me, I'd shoot him and I'd just steal it all.
I did do that.
Yeah, trying to rip me off.
No, I mean, I'm really excited for Fallout 4, but I could really go back and play Fallout 3. Really, really could.
Yeah.
I won't, because I've got The Witcher to play.
Yeah.
But no, I very much recommend getting it. But I think I still would have got it, but I think I should have waited to like actually play it until I got Batman, finish Batman, and then just nail The Witcher. Because I will stop playing The Witcher to play Batman now.
Yeah.
And I'm probably going to forget the shit. But to be fair though, when you do load it up, you get like a little video that tells you everything that's you've done.
Well, that's fine, but, you know, Max Payne did the same thing.
No, but I mean, like, for something, I'd be a bit pissed off if something like The Witcher that tracks your actions and there's a lot of talking and the story and everything, and then I don't play it for like a week, and I turn on like, oh, where am I? I forgot what I'm doing. I'd be a bit pissed off if it didn't offer something like that.
Yeah.
And Max Payne does, and Pokemon does,
and Star Wars.
Most games.
Yeah,
Tetris.
Well, anything that's, you know, you're actually required to know as to what the hell you were actually doing there in the first place. But I think that's pretty much a given. So it's certainly good that they have done. I think you would have noticed it a lot more if they hadn't.
They did it on Arkham City, didn't they?
I don't know. Usually, if it's just like a text thing that just says, you know, somebody's done this. And
it was just, I think it was read out, but it was just like a slideshow of pictures.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But anyway, Batman's out next week. So,
exciting stuff.
Pretty fucking excited.
See, I am still tempted to pre-order, because I do want the Harley Quinn DLC, and I want everything else. Yeah, exactly. But
I will buy Harley, though.
What date's it out?
Tuesday, so it's the 23rd.
Oh, man. Well, I might get it on Monday then, because I get paid on the 24th. So
See, I pre-ordered it. I didn't think I'd be able to with it being so close.
Well, that's the thing.
Probably sold out.
Because you've gone and bought it on a fucking disc like an idiot, I'm probably going to still play that before you are. It's going to be like Last of Us all over again.
Yeah, because I won't get it till Wednesday.
Yeah, you idiot.
I just wanted to make sure I had a copy.
It's fine. If I do end up getting it, and I probably will, let's face it.
You'll probably complete it.
I won't.
Wednesday.
Certainly not, but I'll just be like, oh my god, this bit. Oh, you'll know the bit I'm on about, but yeah, this bit. And then there's this guy just turns up, and then the Batman just comes through the window, and it's just like, ooh.
To anyone that either hasn't listened to, like, the second podcast, I think it was, we did, Last of Us, or if you just forgot or you don't care, me and Dan both pre-ordered Last of Us, and we both got it exactly the same day.
I didn't pre-order it.
And did you? Oh no, you just went and picked it up.
Yeah, I just went into a game on the day. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was on the phone when you actually bought it.
Yeah, and I was sat there on the load screen, just like, can you get off the phone now? Because I want to play this.
And I hadn't even installed it or anything.
Yeah, I think that was it. I was just like, the curtains on this load screen look so good. It's like the light coming in and everything, and I think you were still just waiting for it all to install. And
then I remember texting you as soon as the load screen started. I was like, oh my god, these curtains, they look amazing. But imagine that on PS4, because it does look better.
I'm sure it does, yeah.
It really, really does. Anyway, so it's Elite Sniper Elite 3, and Witcher 3. You combine them games together, Dan. You get Elite Witcher 3.
Yeah, isn't that when you're Geralt, but you've got a sniper rifle as well? It's like a steampunk sniper rifle, so it's about 8 foot long.
Also, sorry, just because of a gun, the crossbow I've been using like really sparingly because like I haven't come across any ammo or none of the merchants sell it. It's fucking infinite ammo.
You idiot!
I literally noticed it's got the tiniest little like infinite symbol in the corner, and I never noticed it.
Why has it got infinite ammo though? That's a bit weird. Are there like magic arrows or something that you can just summon?
No, because this the guy wins it in a like a card game, and he gives it you, and he's like, "Oh, going against the Witcher, like code or something," and he's like, "It might come in handy," and then you just put it away.
Oh.
Like you take it off him and put it away, and then you go fight a griffin.
Well, yeah, whatever. I don't know.
But it's handy anyway.
Yeah.
Because I kept dying earlier. So when I loaded up for like the 4th time after dying, I just stood on a rock, just firing my crossbow for like 15 minutes at these dwellers, at these drowners.
Well, that's what you're going to do. If you've got something with unlimited ammo, you just stand back and just spam it until you actually kill them.
Well, I think they've worked. I think they planned it because every time I killed one, another one spawned out of the water.
No, right.
But when I went down and killed him with a sword, I had time to get past.
Right.
So I think they planned for that. Anyway, what's coming up on the channel, or what have we put on the channel? Elmo.
Oh yeah.
Elmo went up last week.
Yeah, it did. It's pretty good.
Finally.
That.
Yeah. I actually hurt my hand.
Yeah.
During the filming of that.
How is your hand actually? Is it alright?
It's still a bit fucking stupid, but basically I trapped a nerve in my hand whilst we were filming Elmo.
You twat.
So I've been like Jaime Lannister from Game of Thrones all week. Like looked like I've got a fake hand because I couldn't move like my pinky and next 2 fingers up. So it was kind of like just like I was holding an imaginary cup.
Well, lovely.
So I can actually move it now and stuff it just a bit.
Oh, that's good. Well, we'll do some more of that then.
Sweetie.
We'll just do. We'll do some more of that. Yeah.
And Wolf Among Us. We're going to do some Wolf Among Us.
Yes.
Everything and nothing. I know we said we wasn't going for a while, but I think we should do some more GoldenEye.
Definitely, yeah.
Because we've got a new game mode.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
Sniper Elite P.
Well, I'm probably going to do some Elite Dangerous again.
Yeah.
And because Rick's gone out and got Elite Dangerous as well, and he's kind of getting used to it. It's the controls. I've said this before. The controls are a bit fiddly, but he's kind of getting the hang of it now, and I need his help to take out some of the bigger chaps.
Actually, on topic of that, we actually had somebody comment on your Elite Dangerous video that gave you some guidance.
Yeah, they did. It was what was his name? Commander Hero something or
Commander Conquer.
No, I can't remember what his name is, but yeah, basically there's like these big sort of hub spaceship things. It was just a nightmare to try and figure out where the hell it was, and I actually crashed in the video because I'm an idiot. And then he commented and said, well, actually, if you just target it, it's got like arrows which would actually point to the entrance. And then as soon as he pointed that out, I was just like, oh, I'm such an idiot. So now I know exactly where I'm going. So thank you again to him. Well done to you.
Well, he's here to help, Dan.
Absolutely.
He's here to help. His name was Commander Evargo Eero.
Evergo Eero, that was it.
Evergo Eero. Evergo Eero.
Bloody hell, love it. But yeah, there's some really cool like animations and stuff, like the landing gear and everything coming down. I don't know why I like it so much. I think it's just how smooth and cool it is. But I've got like 700,000 credits now, and I can buy like a new ship and everything, but I feel like it will get blown up a lot. So I'm going to just keep on. I'm a pretty good trader at the moment. People are trusting me with a lot of stuff, so I'm getting sort of 70 grand for shipping slaves about and things. So
I'm like real life.
I know, yeah. So I'm building up quite a bit of cash with that. So I'm hoping to get a new ship soon. So yeah, I'll be doing some of that if I can get Rick on board. Good
stuff. If you want to watch Dan's Elite Dangerous video, it's over on the YouTube channel, which is, Dan?
It's youtube.com/podcast versus player, VS player.
VS Player.
That's right.
You can also check out all our videos, podcasts, articles, reviews, everything. It's all on the website, which is www.podcastversusplayer.com or .co.uk, however lazy you feel when you're typing. It's been a while, Dan. The last 3 things you used your hands for?
Eating cookies, drinking a cup of tea, cookies and tea. I think that's a bit American and British there. So
Yeah.
That's good. That's multicultural, Callum. That's what
Americanish.
I am. Yeah.
Britishkin.
Britishkin. Yeah, that sounds better. Yeah. I was being very Britishkin today because I was drinking a cup of tea and I was watching Band of Brothers, which is
It's also pretty British.
Not really. It's about an American.
Oh no, yeah, it's American.
Wait, twat.
Britishkin.
Yeah, Britishkin. Woo, Britishkin. And then smoking. I guess
that's 4 things.
No.
Oh no, yeah, watching Band of Brothers.
That was just part of it. No, I don't watch with my hands.
No, but you used your hands to put it on.
Well, I guess, but I wasn't. Shut up!
Bye!